we're just here going to the, I'm starting off my world tour clinic.
Starting on my day going to Olympic Heights.
Olympic Heights High School. And it's the first one of many clinics that I'm going to travel, help as many kids as I can do the sport of wrestling. Just trying to grow the sport down here. Starting off in South Florida, but first of many, I'll be traveling out the country. I mean, not out the country, out the state. Out the state, around the country. Trying to just tell people like what I'm doing, tell my story pretty much, grow the brand. And I'm using the sport of wrestling to do that. Right now I got 3 young studs up and coming. We got Misael, right there, you got Yamel, and then you got Caleb. Not up and coming, they're already here. They're the present, not the future or the past.
We're ready to go to the clinic, put some work in, and just do what we gotta do.
We just getting extra work in for better opportunities to get better.
I'm ready to go get after it, showcase down south what Pat has taught us, what Coach Duck has taught us, and to help people out and go wrestle hard for the weekend.
So what you expecting for these next 3 days? Some good workouts, getting better at wrestling. That's pretty much it. And I have some fun. I guess I've never been to these high schools. I've never been to these programs, so I think it'll be good to connect, with people around the state of Florida that are on the same mission of growing the sport. So I think that's what it's all about when we can come together, work, as a team, as a community. It's just better for everyone. So
where we're going right now, like the first place.
First place, Olympic Heights High School. It's the first session for this weekend, 4 to 6 practice. Gonna try to, like I said, get guys better at wrestling. And I'm excited to do it. And then after that, we'll drive over to Jacksonville, Black Hive Wrestling Club. And we're gonna be there for 2 days. And we're gonna have 2 sessions a day, 2 hours each session. So we're gonna have a lot of good, training there, have some fun while we do that. So, and during that, while we're there, we're gonna be driving over to Flagler Palm Coast High School and getting those guys a good workout as well. My dad got me into wrestling. I was 4 years old. He just brought me to practice one day, and I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it, and then one day he'll always tell me I would like it eventually. I'll thank him in the future. And during that time, I didn't agree with him. We didn't see eye to eye. And then high school, I feel like high school is when I started to love wrestling. I started to learn about, everything like college. And, I started taking care of my body. I started, even the friends I was hanging out with changed because we just had different goals. So, it's just nothing against my friends, but I'm trying to accomplish something, bro. So I don't have time to go hang out. I gotta get to it. Just got here. I don't want to be late, so I'm trying to rush. We got like 20 minutes to start time, and I'm trying to think what I'm gonna put these wrestlers through. I'm getting them a good workout. I know, hopefully helps them.
So I gotta say, y'all think y'all gonna do good or what?
Yeah, man. We finna go have fun,
Yo, what's up, Coach?
Work hard drilling.
What's the biggest thing you learned in wrestling?
To you have a strong mindset.
Okay.
Discipline. Yeah, basically what both of them said. Discipline and mindset.
Sounds good. How many guys?
I never really liked losing. And team sports, you lose and people be happy and stuff, and they make mistakes, and you all gotta take it as a team. Wrestling is just one and one.
Yeah, 20, 30, 5. 5 would be good.
You took your loss.
Doesn't matter.
That's maybe just I don't like.
All right, see you soon.
I don't got nothing to say, but you feel me? I just don't know what to say, you feel me?
What are you talking about? Why are you talking like that?
Really got me to wrestling was like just like seeing people do this and like seeing like how hard they work. So like seeing them, but it made me want to like work hard myself and like just do this.
Super fortunate today to have a wrestler that, I've been here at this school 17 years, you guys already heard me say. Definitely one of my favorites to watch in South Florida. All right, a guy that wrestles with a lot of heart. Again, I'm just getting to know him, but from watching him, winning state titles and going on and being a college All-American and being right there to win a national title for the University of Iowa. Fun wrestler. Exciting, good style, tough. All right, take advantage today, pick his brain, ask questions. I'll let him talk. Coach Lugo.
Thanks.
Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Let's go.
Yeah, guys, like Coach is saying, my name is Pat Lugo. I grew up here. Little short story. I grew up here. I was born here my whole life, down in Homestead. Then I went to college, and went to Iowa. I started learning things a lot there about myself, not just wrestling. So if you guys have any dreams or desire to go to college, I think it's a good idea because you learn so much about yourself, and that's what this sport's about. That's what we're using this tool, this sport of wrestling to help us become better young men and young women, whatever the case may be. That's why I think I was able to push myself in practice because I wasn't really training to be a state champ. State champ. That was never my goal. National champ, never my goal. My goal every day was just how can I get better? How can I get better? And I come in here, I go to practice. I want to just break the guy in front of me, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever way possible I can. That was my mentality every day. Because when you start thinking about the results, like first, second, third, fourth, that causes a lot of pressure, a lot of anxiety, a lot of nerves. And then you go out there, it's so hard to wrestle that way. How can I wrestle relax? How can I wrestle free? Throw away the results, and be grateful. Be grateful that you have the opportunity to wrestle, to show your skills. So that's if you can think like that, I think you'll be better off. So I think that's what's pushed me mentally. Because I can show you a high crotch same way Coach can. Same thing. But what are you thinking about when you're hitting that high crotch? That's the difference. Am I hitting this high crotch because I want to be a state champ or I just want to get through the practice? Or am I hitting this high crotch as hard as I can so I want to blow pass through this guy, trying to get better in position, like little details. So we're going to go over that today.
To have one of the best wrestlers to come out of South Florida in the last 15 years, a guy that went on to the next level, All-American at Edinburgh, and on pace to win a national title before the pandemic. It's real cool, man, to see a guy that made it, giving back to South Florida. I'm really grateful that he's here.
And look in real quick. Look in. Stay where you're at. Every time I get to his leg, I'm either coming up with it. All right, if I get to this high crotch, I'm not staying on my knees here. I gotta get off my knees right away, right into that turn, all right? Right into the cut in the corner. If I shoot the high crotch, get off your knees right away. If I shoot the sweep single, I'm not reaching for this other leg here. A good wrestler's gonna get this out, is gonna get that leg back. I gotta come and bring this leg up. The chances of me finishing this takedown when I bring this leg up is a lot higher. If this leg's on the ground and I try to finish it here, it's harder for me to finish that takedown. I shoot a sweep single, I gotta pick this leg up. Now he's on one leg. Now I can wrestle, and I'm not going to the waist. I'm not going to the leg. I'm attacking his other leg with my leg, tripping him over, all right? Shoot behind the knee, above the knee. Okay, rewind. So you're still shooting here in front. You did a knee pull, but you came here. All right, see how I'm in front of his body right here? Yeah. I want to shoot where I come all the way here, where I end up here. That way I'm side to side and hip to hip, right? And that I'm pulling this knee down. Pull the knee down. I want the pressure and the weight to go on that leg. Better. I keep getting higher, and as I get this higher, I'm still coming around you here. All right, and I can pick it up. Forehead has to be on the side of his head, right? Because if I'm forehead to forehead, it's easier for him to get to the leg. If we're ear to ear, he can get to my leg. Now, if I just turn my head a little bit into him, I can be aware of his high crotch just by me getting his head out of position. He wants his head into me. I turn his head here. All right, that's what I want. Put my head in between his shoulder and his ear. That's what I want. Then I can get my hands on him. All right, then he shoots right into that rear attack. All right, that's what we're doing now. Guy shoots high crotch, I go rear attack high crotch. Let me help you. Let me see what you're talking about. Okay, time. Again, we'll go right hand high crotch with this hand, but your head got out of position. I'm gonna show you what happened, okay? So she shot the high crotch. Look at my head. Shoot high crotch. See how my head came up here, over. I gotta keep my head on her shoulder. Do it slow. Better. Re-attack. Better. So the time in between her shooting and you shooting your high crotch is too long. So as soon as she shoots and you stop it, you have to go right away. Real high crotch. Boom, right there. Better. A lot better. It's getting better again. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take reps. That left hand, again. Do it to me. Go slow, go slow. This left hand, so he shot a sweep single with this hand, right? My left hand, first I gotta get him off my leg, if he has my leg. I gotta bring this down off my leg, my left hand's gonna come here. That's what's gonna bring him down first. Good. I started working on like recently too. When I'm bringing this guy down, my idea is I want to get to his lats. His lats, like his back muscles, right? If I can grab that, that's key. I got two ways to bring it down here. My right hand here, down here to his right leg, putting pressure on his right leg. I'm putting pressure all the way down to his right leg with my right hand here. I'm driving in. All right, I can get here to this ankle. This right hand will slide off this his lat, go right into the high crotch. Now you gotta get a little motion better. Two things I'm seeing. It's hard to do the move when a guy's not putting pressure into me and I'm not putting pressure back into him. I gotta put pressure into him, he puts pressure back into me. This is real. It starts with the pressure, boom, snap down. Moving on. Okay, putting pressure. Now, my goal for the first one is to get pressure on that right leg. Now I wanna swing him behind me. I wanna swing him this way. I'm resting him. Start with your right leg forward, all right? We'll start with the right leg forward, then we're gonna switch. As we switch, I'm swinging him behind me. As I switch, I'm swinging him behind me. It starts with the pressure. It starts with the pressure. Right leg's forward, putting pressure into him. I get him down. That's all I need is that little inch. That little inch of him coming down. That's all I need. All right, that's all I need. I get him down. I switch my feet. Left foot, right foot, same time. And I bring him down to my right, towards my right side. I still gotta push this left elbow in. All right? I'm looking for his ankle again. Here. Start drill right here. So you guys can get used to it, okay? So we're gonna come here, both hands here to the side. I'm just gonna step to the outside. Left leg step, left hand reach. Right leg step, right hand reach. Get your leg out the way. Here. Other side. Here. See how I'm darting in there? I'm stepping to the outside as I shoot. And I'm pulling him towards me at the same time. Left leg step, left hand reach. Here. Right hand stays on the lap. That's 20 pounds. That's good. That's what happens when you come to a Miami Hawks camp. What's up?
I was wondering, I'm kind of getting stuck on like shot defense. Like,
shot defense?
Yeah. Like I'm here, he gets to the leg, right? And I'm like kind of in a split here, but I can't fully split. And when I turn, he grabs my ankle.
Okay, so grab my leg. What does the guy end up on my leg? He usually ends up there. So my first thing would try to get separation, all right, for me, all right? So I would try to push you away, below my knee, because usually guys will climb up the body, climb up the leg. See how you're above my knee? I want to get you below my knee. I have more movement with my knee. And if you're above my knee, it's harder for me to move. Get this guy below the knee, here, you have a lot better chances of getting out. And keep him below the knee, because he's gonna keep trying to fight up. So I gotta keep hitting low. I gotta keep pushing away. A lot of it is just like finding a way. Yes, you have technique, but a lot of times the technique goes out the window. You end up in a situation that you're not comfortable in. You have to find your way out of it. Live, let's wrestle live. We got 45 minutes, wrestle live. Let's wrestle live. All right, we had a good warm up. I worked on a few things. Coach told me to run this practice like if it was like my own. So that's what I would do. I'm not gonna throw 20 different things at you. I'm gonna show you 3 things. We're gonna work on those 3 things, try to get better at those 3 positions, and then wrestle live. You can't go into a wrestling match where your heart rate is low. You have to bring your heart rate up. That's why warm up is so important, all right? So spread out right now, spread out. Jog in place, bounce, jog in place. Deep breaths, relax, deep breaths. High knees, go! Right feet, time, good. And high knees, ready, go! Right feet, hit!
It was good. It was a really hard practice, honestly. To be honest, hardest practice I've ever done. This guy's crazy. I mean, it was so worth it. I got a lot of opportunities today. I learned a lot of new things, you know. This is just one opportunity to get better. You know, I get better every single day. Every day I wake up, it's an opportunity to get better. I loved it today. It was amazing.
Yeah, today was great, man. It was nothing like every day. You know, every day is 1% better every day. I'm grinding to get better. I came here. It was gonna be a free weekend for me. I got the call to be here, get better, and I took that call and I got better. Met new people, want to get everybody better. Everybody, you know. Pat's a great coach, great man. He pushes the pace. He makes sure you push the pace. Not only are you pushing the pace, but he's pushing the pace. It makes you understand that he's not just that coach that's going to sit back and force you to do something. He's also doing it. So you know if he gets tired, you can get tired, and you can just push through it, man. It was a good practice.
I thought it was great. Really hard practice. Felt I learned a lot and got a lot from Coach.
I thought it was a very well-ran practice. Pat Lugo is a very smart guy and taught us a lot about his mindset and the way he goes into matches and what made him good. So I'm excited to implement that into my life.
It was a really hard practice.
Coach Lugo really knows what he's talking about. He's been at the highest level. He drills really hard. He focuses on the moves, goes live right, warms us up right. This is one of the hardest practices I've been to, and I could really see why and how he got to the highest level as he did. It was a great practice. I'm very thankful for this opportunity. It was great practice, great everything.
I think today was great practice. Great for like my mental state and physical state. I had a good drilling partner. He really pushed me, and he made sure that I didn't just go through the moves. You know, I went through it, and I really like focused on the tiny things about the move. Pat's a great guy. I've watched some of his wrestling. You know, All-American. He's definitely a great coach. Someone you should listen to if you ever see him.
What's up? Pretty good. I think the kids were engaged. They wanted to be here. It felt like that. So it was good. If I can get that reaction out of them, I think I could run or that awareness out of them, I could run a good practice. Next, we're going to Jacksonville Black High Wrestling Club.
We're taking boy leave, man.
Probably go get some Chipotle Mexican grill. You know, after a hard practice.
What you gonna get from Chipotle though?
You know I gotta get a hold up. You know I gotta get a burrito, a white rice, some chicken, and then I'm gonna have some pico, some lettuce, some cheese. Yeah, like what you mean? What you mean? And for me some little queso on the side with some chips. What you wanna get me?
I'm gonna get a bowl, white rice, steak. What else? And what's that thing name again?
Pico,
and sour cream. That's it.
What?
Sour cream.
You know, gotta ask for a bowl, white rice, black beans. It depends. They got that honey hot chicken. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. But I'm gonna take some steak, chicken. You know, a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of corn, and vinaigrette. You cannot forget the vinaigrette with the sour cream.
I don't know about that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. That's a meal right there.
Vinaigrette.
Got a new sponsorship. New sponsor, Chipotle sponsor me, Miami Hawks. Gotta get free food. Food, yeah, I put your logo on my t-shirt. Yeah, somewhere. You ain't good? It's good. Good food. Ready to take it out?
Bodie already went to the bathroom.
That's what the Chipotle does to you.
You gotta have to stop at 2 hours from now.
Get that second dinner of the day. To have energy to eat. To perform.
What you getting?
Oh no.
I gotta get my hot. You know what I'm gonna get?
I'm all hype, man.
Ball hop, man. Shit's
What you got? Damn.
$2 for $2. I don't even know. Pat, come on, you know chocolate, Pat. You know, like, get one of these. Matt.
You good?
Try them. You try them.
Oh, I'm scared if I buy it for a reason.
They trying to get taco candy.
Taco candy, where that at?
I'm good, bro.
Oh, damn. Got the. What you got again?
Little hoagie.
Hoagie.
Little turkey hoagie.
Oh, so what we out to next right now?
Just leaving Wawa. Best gas station in America. Wawa.
Sponsor.
Sponsor. Another sponsor. Another sponsor. Put you on the t-shirt. Yeah, leaving Wawa, going to check into our hotel tonight. The Black Hive, for the Black Hive Wrestling Club tomorrow. Got another 3.5-hour road trip, and yeah, just gotta get to it.
Yeah, boys awake now?
By me, because you got a charger. That's the only reason why you wanna
Bigger on geeks.